Gino, the Palm Springs Police Department has adopted a new policy on how employees will interact with the transgender people on the job. Law enforcement agencies in cities like Chicago, Boston, and San Francisco have already adopted similar guidelines, but this is the first of its kind here in the Valley. Palm Springs police officers must follow new guidelines when dealing with transgender people while in the field.
The guidelines were created to create mutual understanding, prevent discrimination, and to ensure the appropriate treatment of transgender individuals.
Under the new section on their police manual, they define transgender as a person whose gender identity is different from the person's assigned sex at birth. A transgender can be preoperative, postoperative, or non-operative. Sergeant Harvey Reed says this new policy didn't come from any negative interaction between the Palm Springs Police Department and transgender individuals.
They came about from a realization that Palm Springs police officers need to address the needs of the transgender community while still providing effective law enforcement services.
Under the new guidelines, if a transgender is arrested, then he or she has the option to be searched by either a female or a male officer. The officer has to comply as long as it doesn't risk the officer's safety. The leader of the Coachella Valley transgender community believes this is a step forward for their community. There are about 1,000 transgender people in the valley.
I would say until fairly recently, the transgender community has been largely invisible because they've wanted to be, they've wanted to live stealth, as they say. They've wanted to be invisible and make the transition without any comment. Nowadays, they're beginning to claim their place at the table.
And it's not just law enforcement that is looking at improving relations with this group of people. Joe McCormick is a search consultant who works with local businesses to integrate diversity in jobs. He and his firm partner are most recently working with the transgender community.
We are working locally with the LGBT Center of the Desert to create a program that will educate corporations and other organizations on how to hire trans people.
From diversity groups in the Valley to the Palm Springs Police Department, all these changes come about at a time when transgender issues are at the forefront of many U.S. communities. These new guidelines are in effect right now, and later this week, Governor Jerry Brown will have a bill on his desk addressing how California schools deal with transgender students. He will have 12 days to either sign it or veto it. We'll keep you posted on that.